Now we will watch how to draw the polyline. To draw the polyline, we have to use the tag polyline, and with the style equal to the stroke line join. We have to specify the line join, and next we have to use the miter, and we have to use the stroke color of that thing is black. I use black, and next I use the stroke width. I use the stroke width. I use a stroke width equal to 20, and I just fill it with the red, and next I use the points. After I just complete the style, next I use the points. Points must be 100, next 100, next I use 150 and 150, and I use 200 and 200, and just complete it, save it, and open it in a default browser. As you can have a look at here, this is a polyline, but it's not showing the next thing. I have to use here 100, and let's look at it. Just reload it. As you can have a look at here, this is how we can draw the polyline. It is just a drop down menu icon, and it is a black color because we have used the stroke equal to black. I used the fill, therefore it is filling with the red color, and the line caps are square in a format because we haven't used the round. This is how we draw the polyline. Now we will discuss about how to draw the ellipse in it. For that we have to use the tag ellipse, and next we have to use the cx. For the purpose of the distance from the x-axis, I use it as a 20, and I just use the cy equal to 30, and next I use the rx equal to 15, and ry equal to 20, and I just fill it with the green color, and I just complete the ellipse. I just save it, I just open it in a default browser. As you can have a look at here, it is just like an oval shaped, but it is actually ellipse. I just increase the radius so that you can have a look at it. It is actually ellipse. I use 50 here, I use 30 here. I just save it, I just open it in a browser, reload it. Actually it is showing because we have used a very small much of a cx. I use it with the 200, and I just save it, I just open and reload it. As you can have a look at here, it is an ellipse with this is x radius, this is y radius, this is distance from this is distance from this. This is how the ellipse works. Now we discuss about the polygon. To draw the polygon, we have to use the tag polygon, and next we have to use the points. Points must be equal to 100, and we have to use the 200, 200, and 300, 0. We have used the point here, and next we have to use the style. For using the style, I use style equal to fill green, and I just use the stroke equal to black, and I complete it. I just save it and reload this side. As you can have a look at here, it is a polygon with the 3 sides because we have mentioned the 3-sided axis, one with this, one with this, one with this. Therefore it is giving us a triangular. This is how we draw the polygon. Now we will just have a look at how the animation work. For that we have to use the rect, and I just say it with the 100, and height with the 200, and I just mention about the things of X and Y, or I just leave it because we are creating animation. We don't have to bother about X and Y, and I just use the orange color for this thing. And next I use the animate tag, animate, and I just use the attribute name equal to X, and I just use from equal to, it is from starting from the 0, it is to 100. It is starting from 0 and it is moving till 100 with a duration of 3 seconds. And I use fill freeze, and next I use the repeat count. It has to be repeated for the 2 times, and I just complete it. I just save it and open it in a default browser. It is not still moving. I just reload the page, and as you can have a look at here, it is moving from this point to this point. We have mentioned the repeat 2, therefore it is repeated for twice. This is how the animation looks like in SVG. Hey guys, welcome to the AdFix. In this video, we are going to discuss about the canvas. Canvas plays an important role in the web development as well as in the game development, because here the elements are drawn programmatically and drawing is done through the pixels, as well as there is no built-in animation. You have to create everything on your own, as well as it is used in graphic intensive gaming. If you watch everything or anything in the website where you can play the games or do anything, it is done with the canvas. Now we will go with the working with canvas. To create anything related to canvas in your HTML, you should have the tag of canvas as well as some ID, and you have to mention with its width as well as height, and you have to complete the tag. And in JavaScript or in the script tag, you have to call that ID, means you have to call make a variable, and you have to call that canvas, and you have to fill that canvas with that variable, and you have to load that variable in the 2D format using the tag of dot get context 2D, and you have to use anything which is related to the canvas, like you can create the objects, geometric elements, as well as the fonts, as well as you can translate, rotate and scale up the text. When I am talking about the creating the element, we can create the rectangle using this drawing shape. After calling that function variable ctx equal to c dot get context of 2D, we are calling that canvas in the 2D format. And after calling it in a 2D format, we will use a keyword called ctx.fillRect, where ctx is that element and fillRect is creating the rectangle, and we will give the positions. We will give the position of x1, y1, x2, y2 in the website, so that it can create a fledged rectangle using this axis. And next, working with the fonts. When we are working with the fonts, we have to call a ctx.font built-in function, which will take up the value of the font family and font weight as well as the font size, and you can store it in the text in it, and you have to use the ctx.textalign, where it will align the text either to center, right, left, and you can use the ctx.fillText. In the fill text, you can add the text to it, and you can mention its axis where it has to be present. This is all about working with the canvas in text. Now we will go with the translate and rotate. When we are using the translate, you have to use the ctx.translate function with 2 variables or the arguments in it, one with the x, one with y. The x represent the x-axis movement from the given variable, and y is from y-axis. and you have to fill the text. And when we are talking about the rotate, we have to use the math.py. Math is a built-in function, and .py, it will call the function 180 degree in the format of radian. After dividing 180 or radian divided by 180 into a given angle or given radian of 25, it will convert it into degree format, and then you can use the rotate function to rotate the object. At last we have the scale. Scale is used to compress or expand that text using the scale. When I am using 1 in that scale, the text become compressed. When I am using 8 or 10, the text become expanded along with the x-axis. When I am using y-axis, it will just pop up that text. We will look all of this in VS Code clearly. I am going to deal with the canvas. Canvas are used because we can create any object programmatically. First of all, when we are using the canvas, we have to use the canvas in HTML, and I'm using with an ID. I use a C, and I just mention its width. I've mentioned the width equal to 1000, and I mentioned the height equal to 1000, and I will just complete that canvas. I save it, and next I will open it with the script. Scripts are used for the purpose to access the JavaScript, and I will use a variable C equal to document get element by ID, and I will call that ID of C. And next I am using a variable ctx equal to c dot. I am calling this same canvas in the 2D format. Here you can have a look at it, 2D. And next, at last, when I am using the ctx, here I am creating object rectangle. Therefore I use ctx dot fill rect, and I will mention the axis wherever it has to fill. I am using 0, 0, or I use 100, 100, 100, 200, 200, and I just save it. I just open it in a default browser, and as you can have a look at here, it is a rectangle or it is a triangle because we have used the same width and height, and it is this distance from x-axis and y-axis. This is how we use the canvas for creating the objects. After creating the objects or geometry, now we are going to create the text. Yes, we can create the text in canvas. First of all, I use the ctx dot font. What kind of font I am using? I am using a bold with a 22 pixel in size, and I will mention it. And next, in the ctx, I will mention the text align. In the text align, I am using center, and I will use the right. And next, in the next thing, I am using the ctx dot fill text. I must create a text, and in the create text, I am using start, means I am filling the text of start in that object. At last, I will mention 10, 30, and I will complete it. I save it, and I open it in a default browser. And as you can have a look at here, it is showing, but it is get collapsed at there. I am using 100. I save it, and I just open. As you can have a look at here, I have created a start text with bold font 22 pixel. This is how the creating text works in the canvas. Now we will discuss about the translate. Translate will move any text or any object from its position to the position which we have joined, means XY position. If I am creating a ctx dot translate, ctx dot translate, and I will mentioning about the axis. I am mentioning 100, 150, and I just move that thing. I am creating another text. I use the fill text, and I will mention about start as a text which I have filled in it, and I just mention its axis. It's 10, 30, and I save it, open it in a default browser. As you can have a look at here, Actually, it has to show. It's not showing. Wait. Now you can have a look at here. Here I have created a start with some of the x-axis and y-axis. It is get translated from its actual position to the next position. This is how the translate works. Now I'm going to show you how the rotate method works. For that I am creating a rotate with a script of following where I am using the ctx.rotate. Here math is a function which is inbuilt in the JavaScript, and a pi, math.pi, which includes the degree, means when we are divide any radian by the 180 into any angle, it become a degree. And next I am creating another rect with the fill rect, and I will just show you. I will save it and I will open it in a default browser and reload it. As you can have a look at here, it is a rectangle which is got tilted to some 25 degree because we have added the rotate 25 degree. This is how the rotate method works. Now I will show you how to use the scale method. For that I am just copying that ctx.scale 1 and 4, and I am creating a new text using the fill text, as you can watch here, and I will just save it and I open it in a default browser and I will load it. As you can watch, the normal text is compressed because we are using the x as 1. If I use it as a 4, both are same, and I just reload it and reload it. As you can watch, the after scale become a fledged text. This is how the scale works. Well, do subscribe our channel for regular updates. Thank you.